Hey guys, girls and pals, it's a semi to Charlie Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka, experienced to be husband rear. Characters, love interest, Willy Wonka, Toy Hunter, Cindy Wonka, kids, Alex, Exo, Hunter Wonka, Lily Hunter Wonka, Bruno Hunter Wonka, James Hunter Wonka, Anne Hunter Wonka, Gabriel Hunter Wonka, Abby Hunter Walker. Early characters left Augustine, Augustinus, Augustius Glump, Charlie Bucket, Mill, Violet, Berry Grade, Bright, Veronica, Salt, Mike, Trevor. Parents, Miss Glope, Mr. Trevor, Mrs. Barrigate, Mr. Salt, Grandpa Joe, Oompa Loompas, Dr. Wonka, Charlie's grandparents, Charlie's mom and dad. Prologue chapter: when Tony Hunter and Willy Wonka decide on what Willy is going to be doing. Tony Hunter's prologue. I was sleeping in my bed where me and Willy would be sleeping when I heard him screaming from my bathroom. Attached to our bedroom, I sighed and got up on the bed, get on my shoes, walking to his side. Hugging him, looking in his eyes, knowing he had found a gray hair. I'm getting old, my love. I need an heir soon. So Willy having me panic attack. I pushed him out of the bathroom, him looking at me like I did not hear him. And I closed the door, looking at the side of the toilet to the toilet, knowing what was going to happen. I took a breath after dealing with my problem and went to take a test. I sighed when I found out it was positive, but I did not want to tell him when he was having a panic attack about his gray hair that he had found today. But knowing this would calm him down, knowing he was going to have a baby as an heir, but adding a child to take care of the factory that we don't know how they would work out. I don't know, but let's go and find him to tell him he is going to be a dad, or in this case, a father now. I investigated the mirror, taking the test to tell him he is going to be a dad in this. I investigated the mirror, taking the test to go and find him while looking at my outfit, then thought of getting dressed and going and find him. When I had finally got dressed, I walked to the mirror to see what it looked like. Wow, I'm going to be fat with you, little one. But I don't care, I spoke into my soon-to-be unborn child. I smiled and picked up the praise test, walking out of the bedroom. Where could he be? What might he be getting into? I thought, walking out of the area of the room. I had walked around and went into his therapy office room to find him talking to his Oompa Loompa. And his Oompa Loompa was looking at me to tell him he was going to get an heir. But he needs an older kid because his heir is going to be a baby. I sat him on the lounge chair he had, and he looked at me. What is wrong, my love? I need an heir. Wait, what is that stick in your hand? And the mark on it, said Willy, looking at it. It's positive you're going to get your heir, but it's a baby. I spoke, looking at him. He was half fond look in his eyes, seeing my stomach and looking at me like he needed permission to feel it what his heirs doing in my stomach. I smiled and shook my head, and he smiled and looked at how fly it was from just finding out he was going to have a baby and heir. He smiled, leaned in, and kissed my lips, knowing he was going to be a father soon, better than his own father. I am happy to be a father soon. I can't wait to meet you, little one. I'm going to be your daddy, and he is going to be your mommy, said Willie, smiling, looking at me, and went back to kiss me, knowing the baby was going to make our life different. I'm happy you are ready for this. But can we go and see if the Oompa Loompas are ready for this? I spoke with a smile on my face. We walked around to where every Oompa Loompa was, smiling at us, going back to work making chocolate. But Willie had to go and get their attention and knew he had to get them to tell them what we had to say. Everyone, we have something to tell you, said Willie, smiling, looking at me. The Oompa Loompas looked at us. Willie smiled, looked at them, and went to tell them the great news. I'm going to be a dad. Tony is pregnant, and so I need 3 of you to be his bodyguards for me, said Willie. I was shocked he would do that, making sure I was safe from what the factory was doing when I was pregnant with Willie's child. I looked at the 3 of the Oompa Loompas that come and bowed down to Willie, and then came to me, acting like a bodyguard. And Willie had smiled, knowing his heir is going to be protected in his factory. I sighed and looked at him, who was laughing, knowing it was his way to make sure I was fine. I started to walk with my 3 Oompa Loompas, smiling, knowing we were going to my office to get work done, when Willie was doing his own thing in the factory. I sighed and finally got into the office and sat at my desk. My three bodyguard Oompa Loompa had looked at me like they needed to know what I would need. I looked at them and looked at what I could make them go to get for me. I needed hot chocolate with milk in it, so it would be a little bit hot for me. I spoke, smiling when one of the Oompa Loompa had gone to go and get it for me. I sighed and looked at the other 2, and eventually my computer went to work on my paper. When I heard the cup was placed on the desk, I smiled and looked at them and knew it was going to be perfect. I sighed happily, knowing he had made a good hot chocolate for me and my unborn child. I sighed and I smiled and bowed my head, looking at him, and he bowed, knowing he did good. Well, I must do my work, stand there and protect me, but if Willy Wonka shows up and asks me to plan something for me, just let him leave for a little bit so I can do my work on this paper. I spoke smilingly, looking at them, bowing, and waiting to see if Willy Wonka had walked into my room. When I was working, I had started to do my work when my door opened and I saw Willie had walked into the room. And the 3 Oompa Loompas had walked up to him, pushing him back out of the room, and him asking why he was being let out of the room. I sighed and hit my head on the desk, which triggered both the 3 Oompa Loompas and Willie to run to me. Knowing something was wrong, I looked at him, and I sighed, knowing I can't figure out something to write in my new book. What is wrong, honey? Did I do something? Asked Willie, No, I have writer block. I can't figure out what I am right for my new story. I spoke. Oh, honey, let's go lay down so you can get some rest and we can cuddle with each other, said Willie. Alright, let's go and do that. It would be fun for me to cool down. I spoke. Alright, let's go. And I'm taking you to our rooms. Come on, you three, said Willie. I sighed and knew he was taking care of me and I was going to be with him in our room to cuddle with each other. He picked me up, started to look at something, and then walked out of the room. I knew it was having riot block. He kissed my head and knew it was going to be with everything in our lives. The Oompa Loompas looked at him, followed him to our bedroom. And him looking at them, knowing we were going to be a little while being a cuddle with each other. I looked at him, putting me on my side of the bed, and he looked at me, knowing we were going to cuddle with each other. When he was getting everything set up for us, our cuddle session, I started looked at him walking to our bathroom to get the candle he knew would calm me down, but stopped and walked back to our bedroom, knowing it might make me sick for being pregnant with our first child. I looked at him climbing into bed, laying his head on the pillow, allowing me to cuddle up to him and his smile, knowing I was loving this. Let's stop there. Peace out here, squad.